Hello, my name is Nicola Harker and I'm a doctor and a women's empowerment specialist. Now today we're going to be talking about some of the decisions that you make if you're in a small business or a growing business that perhaps might be impacting you just at the moment. Now, in two of my clients in recent times, we've had an interesting discussion about how do you leverage your time, how do you take on other staff or perhaps just the odd hour of work from other people, perhaps to do your social media or other aspects of your work for you. And the reason I want to talk about this today is that it seems as if this is a really typical area for us as female entrepreneurs to get tripped up. And I really wanted to just talk about some of the really important things that you need to think about. So why do we start thinking about paying someone perhaps to do our Instagram for us? It's because we start to get really busy and we feel ourselves getting busy and we get afraid of, getting too busy and not being able to cope perhaps with all of our other responsibilities in life. And having that kind of thinking, I'm not going to be able to cope is not great for business. So you might find yourself thinking, right, I'm going to pay someone else to just do my Instagram and that will give me more time for coaching or for the business or for whatever it is that you want to do, perhaps networking. Now the difficulty is that if you take on someone else without first having really mastered every aspect of your business, your communication around what you want and what the person you're taking on thinks you want will be tricky. And this can be a real problem. A lot of times I come across conflict in small business or medium business situations is because of communication. Now, if you're thinking about taking someone on, or perhaps you're thinking about doing this in the future, this is something that is very simple, but it's really worth thinking about. First of all, do you know exactly how your business works? Do you know exactly how you want it to work, how you want to be represented, how you want things to look? And have you actually mastered the tech around every aspect of your work, whether it's creating funnels, whether it's social media posting, whether it's doing lives? Have you mastered all of those aspects yourself? Because if you haven't, then it's probably too early for you to leverage that out to someone else. So a classic example is of asking someone to do your Instagram for you. You've never really mastered Instagram. You don't really fancy getting onto Instagram. And so you're just hoping that someone else will do your posts for you. The problem is the post won't seem like your own. The voice won't seem like your own unless you're able to very clearly and specifically tell someone else exactly what you want and how you want it to look in every aspect. It's very difficult for them to do a good job for you. So here's a technique that I use, and I think it's really essential in any delegation, which is something that I think a lot of females find difficult. We're a little bit prone to holding on to everything ourselves, feeling like we need to do everything ourselves. So this is my top tip for delegation, and you can apply this in any area of your business, any area of your life. And this is very simple. What I do, and what I suggest that you think about doing, is that I get really clear myself, and then when I'm communicating to whoever it is that I'm working with, I have the conversation along the lines of, now tell me what that looks like. Tell me what success would look like. Paint me a picture of how you're going to achieve what I've just described. And this is not a test. This is about hearing back what you think you've communicated to another person and hearing it back in their words, in their understanding. Because it's really common that you will then find that you hadn't quite thought it all through, or you hadn't quite communicated clearly, or perhaps what you thought was possible isn't possible. And if you allow the person that you're working with to really think through all the steps that they would need to take in order to deliver what you say you're asking for, then you can unearth the challenges and the problems and the misunderstandings. You can really work out, actually, is this person going to be able to run with this on my behalf? It's so important. This is your brand. This is your business. And when you're starting out small, taking on someone else can make a huge impact because there's just you and perhaps that other person. So just recapping that, just being really clear, what are you trying to communicate? What have they understood by what you've communicated? What would success look like? And can they give you a detailed breakdown, paint you a picture, tell you a story, however it's easy for you to communicate that? Can they break it down and show you exactly how that would work? So I really hope that you go away, think about this, because this is going to potentially save you a lot of money in your business. The couple of examples I've come across recently, money has just been flushed away in the times when people can't afford to do that, because delegation is happening without full understanding, without real clarity, without allowing the person who's being delegated to really communicate back exactly how they plan to deliver what you're asking. And I love this method because it allows everyone to be a winner. It allows everyone to achieve the same goal alongside each other, rather than creating that conflict that arises from misunderstandings, miscommunication, and the disappointment that arises, when if you've been working on something for someone and you try and deliver it and they're not happy with you, that person will be disappointed, you'll be disappointed too. So this is a great way to turn around your communications, and I'd love to see your comments to see how you get on with this. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video.